We're live. Are we live? Are we live? Yeah, we live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Not sure what time you're watching this. Thank you for spending your time. I hope that I can impart some knowledge to you that can help you in becoming the best version of you. How's it going? You good today? I'm good today. It's good to see you guys. It's good to be here, you know? Got a lot of good things happening right now. Number one, I woke up this morning. Number two, I'm living and breathing. Yep, got a pulse. The rest is upside. The rest is upside. So now we're gonna go conquer the day. I got bird poop on my window, but bring it. Is that all you got? Is that all you got? No, we're gonna have a great day. Just went to the gym this morning. Everyone's doing 19.3. And got a couple complaints this morning. So that inspired my topic that I wanted to talk about, which is controlling what you can control. The workout this morning came out last night and presented an extremely difficult task. So much so that our gym even scaled the RX version from 50 pounds to 45 pounds, and we adjusted the weight. It's a challenge. Okay, got it. From there, everybody's doing a little bit of scaled version, but my point is this. I have no control what workouts come out. I am not in charge of all that. That's not my priority. I can only do what's in front of me. That's literally the open. That's literally what you signed up for. And it's a lesson I learned in golf too. So go to a golf course, go to a golf tournament, you're practicing, you're doing, you're going through the reps, you know what course you're gonna play, you have that advantage, you can go through time after time after time, and then you show up and it's pouring out. It's absolutely pouring, or it's cold, or there's another variable, like, oh, this guy's playing and I didn't know he was playing this, that guy's so good. Who cares? Why does that change your approach? You literally have no impact on that whatsoever. There's nothing you can control about the weather. There's nothing you can control about the conditions, about what workout's gonna come out, any of that. When I was playing in golf tournaments and someone would come up to me and say, oh man, it's really cold today. Like, I don't know how it's gonna be. All right, beat you, you're out. That's one less person to beat. Who's next? And you might only have to go and beat 4 or 5 people out of a 60-person field because everyone's cold or everyone's this or that. The conditions are what they are. You're always going to have those hurdles show up. There's never going to be ideal conditions. That's like when you have someone that says, yeah, I'll start my diet, in the new year. Why not just do it now? It's not going to be ideal. Now is the only time you have. Right now is the time to start. The reason is you just don't have a good enough reason for yourself to follow through. So, what can you control? One thing I'll talk about 3 things. 3 things you can control at any point. Number 1 is how you move, right? When I move around and I start bouncing around, there's a couple things I do to get in a good, what I call state, which is if I'm slouched over like this and not moving, I'm not very inspiring. I talk like this. There's not going to be many good ideas that are flowing out of me like this. But if I move and I put my shoulders back and I'm talking out of my chest and I'm moving my hands around and I'm, making this move, shit's going down. Like, it's about to happen, right? So the way you move your body it sounds so silly, but I know what I know. It works. If I'm getting into a workout, there's a certain thing that I do to get myself to get over that little hurdle. I do that with the workout, and I do it with golf. In my pre-shot routine, there's a certain move that I make that puts me in a confident place to execute what I'm about to do. So 1, the way you move your body. Number 2 is what you focus on. If you focus on the things that you can't control, like, oh man, the weather, like it's hot, you know, I can't do strict handstand push-ups. I can't do, like, you know, okay, well, do a scaled version. Run your race. You don't have to get, I'm not here to impress anybody. You're doing you. We're on 2 separate tracks here. You know, it's not as linear. Everyone's on a different point in their race. So if someone's doing strict push-ups, that's one of the lessons I learned coming into CrossFit, right? I don't have all the movements down. Got it. I'm not going to put up the same weight as all you guys do. Got it. And it's a big ego check to leave that at the door. But when I'm able to set aside my ego, be patient, get the moves down, take your time, we start to see progress. And when you start to see progress, you get addicted to the process, right? So from there, I saw a tremendous amount of growth. So what you focus on. If I'm focused on what other people think of me, pleasing everybody, or anything that has nothing to do with me, I could go into the gym and say to someone, Steve, good morning, man. Good to see you, dude. How's your day going? And I'm in a great spot. And Steve comes back with like, doesn't say anything back. I'm good. And I'm sitting there like, dang, was it something I said? You know, I got like something in my teeth, or, you know, what's so off about Steve? But some people are just gonna react that way. You've got people in your life that when you see them, they've got that mentality. Something's always wrong. There's always someone to blame. Listen, when you blame someone, it's totally out of your control at that point. If you say, oh, I'll never get the job I want because I'll never make enough money, like I never went to school, or you just don't believe that you can do that, well, I'm sorry to say you're right. I'm sorry to say. But if you focus on what you can control, I can learn from somebody else. I can find somebody who has what I want. I can learn from them. I can adopt the strategies that they use. And you have that opportunity. Everyone's got that opportunity. And when I hear people blaming, that's a real sign to me that, dang, if you blame in this department, you probably blame in other departments as well. So number 2 is what you focus on. And 3 is the language that you use, the meaning that you give all the events that happen in your life. So if Steve comes up to me and says, you know, I'm good, and then walks on, okay, maybe, like, if you say, what the hell's wrong with Steve? Like, why doesn't he like me? Why doesn't, you know, if you're in that, not very empowering, right? However, if I go to, dang, you know, Steve's usually in a good mood. I'm curious what's going on. Maybe I can help him out today. And then during the workout, you can encourage him and say, like, you know, you got this, dude. You know, I'm with you. Like, we can do this. Like, keep pushing, keep pushing. And then maybe Steve comes up to you afterward and said, hey, man, like, I really appreciate you pushing me back there. You know, I had a lot on my mind, and, you know, it's really nice to have some support. Because not everybody's open to share what's on their mind, and sometimes they don't even know it. I had a gentleman that I was working with, and always chipper, always good to see him. And then a couple times I would say hi and wouldn't get the same reaction. And I said, man, like, I hope he's all right. You know, I hope this is out of character for him. This is definitely out of character. And we all go through our ebbs and flows, right? It's never going to be 100% all the time. So I just stuck with it. Said, hey man, it's always good to see you. I hope you're doing well, and just kept pushing. And the other day, he came and apologized to me. He was like, dude, I'm really sorry for my behavior. I was going through something that was difficult. And I said, dude, no need to explain yourself. I love you for the person that you are. None of us are perfect. I'm here. If you ever want to talk about anything, I got your back. You let me know. I'll take the time and we'll sit down and talk about it. I like you for you, and that comes with the imperfections too. That was something that really meant a lot to him, and it went a long way. Another story that I'll share was I was working at a golf course, and this was a difficult lesson for me to learn, which I didn't really understand at first because I was young and I just hadn't been exposed to really what was going on. And so I was caddying, golfing, like carrying someone's bag. For all you non-golfers out there, I was carrying someone's bag, and we went out, and I got warned beforehand by the guy that assigns us, and he said, hey, this guy tends to be a bit of a stickler. Just keep up, do your thing. I know you're a good kid. You'll be all right. So we're going through the round, and this is, by the way, a club where they spend, I think it was a $200,000 initiation fee and then $50,000 a year to be a member. So definitely an exclusive place to go play golf. So different type of people. So we're going through, and he's not saying much, and we get to one hole, and he said, hey, there was a little section that divides the fairway to the green where it was a big gully, and if you hit your ball in there, your ball is gone. He said, how far to the ravine? I said, it's 150 yards to the ravine. He said, okay. He pulls a club and he hits it, and I know it's in the ravine. And we go up there, he's looking for it, and I said, it's definitely in the ravine. He's like, I said, you hit that just a little too far, and he threw a tantrum. And everybody in the group was looking at him like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you reacting like this? And his interpretation was, I told him to hit it 150 yards. So he did, and he hit it in the ravine. We got over that part. And then, so when you play golf, we've got these little markers. So if all four of us are playing, 3 people will mark where their golf ball is, so I don't have to interfere with where your ball is. And they're little poker chips. They're little poker chips. You can buy them at the golf course. They usually sell them for like $3. $3. So later in the round, the guy says, you stole my marker. And I said, what? You stole my marker. I had my marker in my pocket and now it's gone. And he's like, you stole it. And everybody was like, dude, what are you talking about? This kid has been, he's been so nice to you all day. Why are you reacting like this? So what I took away from that was, man, I have no idea what this guy has to deal with when he goes home. Because it's beautiful out here. You're at a beautiful golf course. You're with your friends. It literally does not get any better than that. That's the dream. Going and spending time with the people you love, playing golf, beautiful course, in the sunshine. How could you possibly complain? But what I noticed was, the meaning that I gave to it was, you never know where somebody's coming from. And you never know what happened before this. If they hit you with something along the lines of that hurts you, you know, give it a little time to digest and say, maybe they had a rough day. You know, don't take it personal, because it wasn't, I took it personal in the moment, but now I know this guy probably is, you know, he could be in an abusive relationship, or he could have a kid who is really putting him through a lot of stress. I don't know. I'm just sitting here I'm here to serve and do my job. But you don't know those things unless you ask, right? And some people aren't willing to open up about them, which this guy wasn't. So you focus on what you can focus on. I can't control how he's going to react to me. And it was really confusing to me because I felt like I did a good job and it was still happening like this. So you can control what you can control. That was out of my control. The way people think about me is out of my control. The reactions that people have are out of my control. What the conditions of the day are out of my control. I can focus on what empowers me and what gets me to act. When I put my mind's eye on my vision for where I want to be, I'm moving. I'm following that. That's my North Star. I keep going. I know what the next step is. I know where I need to go. And it only happens one step at a time. Someone made a perfect analogy for me. You can get all the way from New York to LA at night with your lights on, just seeing 100 feet at a time. And that's all it is. You know where you're going. You're just going to get there 100 feet at a time. And you can't focus on what's going to be 13 hours ahead on the road. You literally just have what's right in front of you, right here. So that's all you can focus on. That's really all there is. So that's my 2 cents for the day. Don't let other people rob you of the joy that you deserve because they're having a bad day and they got to take it out on somebody else. It's not right. People will happen, but don't let them take that from you. That's yours, and they can't have none. They're going to be grumpy. If they're going to be grumpy, that's their choice. We can't save them all. We can do our best, but we can't save them all. It's got to be a little balance too, right? If we were all just happy, it wouldn't make it as elite of a feeling to be smiling and joyous every day. So there's going to be ups and downs. Just let it come from you. Don't let someone else plant something in your head that makes you think less about yourself or think you deserve any less. So, what do you guys think? You tell me what you think. Give me your 2 cents, huh? Alright, thank you guys for tuning in. This is episode 3. 3 for 3. Just gonna keep it rolling, man. Gonna keep it rolling. Got a couple extra topics that are coming up. Got the open workout later. Woo! I'm excited for that. Gonna go kick that thing's butt. We're just gonna do what we can do, right? 1 rep at a time. Matt, how far are you gonna get? Well, I'm gonna start on the first one. Then I'm gonna go to the second one. And then by that time, I'm gonna probably execute the third one. And by that time, when that's over, when I'm finished with the third, I'll go to the fourth. You get it? It's that simple. Don't be thinking 200 reps ahead. Just do the one in front of you to the best of your ability. Dig deep, do your best, and learn from it. You're not going to be perfect. Believe it or not, I'm not perfect. I just get better every single day. I get a little sharper, a little closer to my ideal vision. Chipping away, chipperoo. But that's all I can focus on. 1 rep at a time, day by day, 1 breath at a time. That's all I got. That's all I got is right here, right now. So thank you guys. Be good. I love you all. We'll do this again sometime.